Ooh. Hello. Good morning. Are you ready to spend the day with me? Hello. I've been up and at 'em this morning. Did a little bit of editing. This is a terrible angle. There's nowhere to put you in my car in here, so we're just gonna have to do this. I've been up and at 'em this morning. Oh, let me properly introduce here. Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. Spend the day with me. You are gonna be hanging out with me today because I think it's gonna be a busy one. It's gonna be a busy one. I also have been working on something kind of epic, like really epic, and I wanna fill you in on it. So we will get to that a little bit later today. I've been up, I've been doing all the things. I actually got a little bit of editing done this morning, which was good. Got myself ready, got the kiddo ready. I have dropped off kiddo at school. Something else to note, I have a bug bite on my face. On my face. So if you see this like weird little dot thing, that's what's going on. I have a weird bug bite on my face. I think I have another one on my neck or my chin too. So I don't know. I was outside a lot over this 3-day weekend, which was nice. It felt like I had like a real weekend. I was outside a lot in the sun. What little bit of sun we've had, as you can see, we are in full May gray here. Fun fact, it really doesn't get hot in LA until much later in summer. It's like this for like 3 months and it's awful. Anywho, I'm getting distracted. I thought that I would take you along with me today because I have a lot to do, a lot that I'm juggling today, and I have been working on a really big project. A really big project. It is a new online class and I'm really looking forward to telling you about it later today. So hold tight on that. Kiddo has been dropped off at school now and now I can begin my work day. On my way home, real quick though, before I go home, I actually am gonna make a pit stop at a free little library because I have a book that I DNF'd that I don't want. The Starless Sea. I tried, couldn't do it, couldn't hang. I think it's the author for me. I think it might be a it's me, it's not the book situation. I know some people really love this book. I could not hang. I was kind of into it in the beginning, and then the back and forth on the storyline, I just couldn't. It was just driving me crazy, and I just wasn't excited to keep reading it. I actually got pretty far. I think I got to like page 165 or something like that, which is much farther than I typically allow myself to, you know, decide if I'm gonna DNF. I usually get to 100 pages and then I decide, okay, I'm gonna DNF this or not. I read to like 165 on this and finally was like, this book is not for me. It's just not. I tried a little bit harder to read this because I was doing it as a buddy read with my friend Allie, and she's struggling too, but she does not DNF books. I don't think ever. I don't know if I've ever known her to DNF a book. She will finish a book because she just is on a mission. She just won't do it. So she is trying to grind out finishing this book, and I know she's struggling. And I was like, girl, that book's gonna put you in a slump. That was the thing. I was reading that and I was like, this book is gonna put me in a slump. I need to stop reading this. So I quit. But that said, I'm sure somebody out there would like it more than me. So I'm gonna go put it in a little library this morning on my way back home, get some coffee, and then begin the day. I have some editing that I need to tend to, and then lots of filming. And then way later today, James is at the office today, so I know I'm by myself with Rome later today until like 8 o'clock at night. So I'm flying solo this evening. So I see some early dinner plans in my future. I have to take my kiddo to go get his haircut later. It's gonna be a busy day. So come along with me and spend the day with me as we do all the things with a giant bug bite on my face. Love that for me. Let's go do all the things. How is it already almost 12:30? I don't know. I don't know how that has happened so quickly. I need to switch gears. I've been editing. I just finished editing the Book Nook vlog for YouTube, which is good because I've been trying to make an effort of getting videos like that I have filmed for YouTube or Patreon done and off of my plate because I'm about to go into super editing mode. And let me tell you why. Because I've been working on something very big, very big. And yes, I'm sitting with a blanket in my chair right now because it is that cold. Okay, so you may have seen if you follow me on Instagram, I did post a little teaser mentioning that I am working on a new online class. Yes, it is happening. I am currently filming and have filmed a significant amount of a brand new online class. And it is unlike anything I have done previously because I'm about to fill you in on all the details because it is a sketchbook class. It's a sketchbook class, guys. It's a sketchbook class. I'm gonna fill you in on all the details now, a little bit, because I'm far enough along now that there's kind of like no return. Like there is no turning back. The class is happening because I've already put so much time into it that no matter what, it's gonna happen. But I do have a bit of an internal deadline because the class is called Sketchbook Summer. If I'm feeling spicy in editing, I'll put the little graphic in here. This is something that I've already kind of shared over on Patreon, so my patrons know all about it, but now I'm filling you guys in. Sketchbook Summer is coming soon. And essentially the whole concept is that you are watching me fill a sketchbook from cover to cover. So yes, I have filled an entire sketchbook. Well, almost. I'm at the tail end of it. I have almost filled an entire sketchbook, and I have been filming each page, each spread, multiple pages. I've been filming it as I go along. So essentially the whole concept of the class is that you join along with me. Each video is its own self-contained prompt, or basically idea of something to do in your sketchbook. You can either follow along with me, you can just take inspiration, get ideas, whatever. But the concept is that if you do all of the videos or follow along in the videos or do the prompts within each video, you too will have a completed sketchbook from cover to cover. So needless to say, I've been filming a lot of videos, a lot of content, a lot of stuff. At this point, I currently have 20 videos in the can that I have begun editing. I have probably another 8 to 10 to go to finish up this sketchbook. You can see I'm in the back of it here. I have this little section here and I have filled up the whole thing. I've been secretly working on this for about a month and a half now, I'd say. And I've just been filming as I go along. And what makes this cool and different from my other classes is that you are quite literally just watching me organically fill a sketchbook. Like I am working in this like I would any other sketchbook. The ideas, the things that I do in this, the media that I work with is no different than any of my other sort of sketchbooks. It does have a bit of a summer sort of spin on it. So a lot of it is thematically summer vibes. It's very colorful, it's bright, it's happy. It's got summer vacay, summer season vibes to it here. I've even put, you know, like a little rating on each video, again, that is self-contained. You can do the videos in any order that you want, whether you see a prompt that's got you inspired or you check out the SPF on it. Basically, the higher the SPF, the hotter the prompt, the more creative energy or materials you'll need to do that prompt. But it's a really like fun, like take as much or as little as you want out of it sort of creative experience. I have also been calling it kind of like a creative experience because you can either do the prompt exactly like what I'm doing in the video, or maybe there's just one thing that catches your eye and you just draw inspiration from it and kind of do your own thing. Maybe you just want a whole bunch of creative art videos to binge watch. Well, you're gonna have close to probably 30 videos to watch in this online class / creative experience. Again, watching me fill an entire sketchbook from cover to cover. So yeah, Sketchbook Summer has been in the works. That's what I've been working on. It's why you haven't seen me post a lot of art videos and why I haven't done like a studio vlog. I was filming a studio vlog for a while, but it's already like out of date. And there's not a lot of art content in it because all I've been doing is this. All of the art I've been doing is in this sketchbook. And I'm still not done yet. I'm still filming, I'm still doing it. I have an internal deadline for myself that I'm hoping to put it out by the end of June. End of June is sort of my target date. Also just thinking about summer, like summer officially starts like June 20th. So that's like the date in my brain. Can I actually pull this off by June 20th? I don't know, but gosh darn it, I'm gonna try my best. But I figure, you know, some people are still in school and whatnot through till middle of June anyways, whether you're taking care of kiddos or you're in school or whatever. Most people's like official summer doesn't start till end of June anyways. So that's kind of my like internal clock on this. I really hope I can pull it off. And it's just really fun and I'm really proud of this. And it's an idea that I've been sitting on for years, literally years. I just didn't know how I was going to format the videos, and I kind of have When this idea originally came to me a long time ago, it was like a summer camp sketchbook sort of idea where you're just watching me, literally you're watching me fill a sketchbook. And I kind of took that idea and turned that into my Patreon sketchbook club. So the format of those videos was kind of born out of this original idea. And now that I've circled back to this, I feel like that Patreon sketchbook club allowed me to pin down the format of the videos. And then once I figured out how I was going to sort of structure the videos, it was just getting over the fact that the sheer volume of videos that I would need to make is immense. Like, I don't think, this is nowhere near any of my other classes, and I have some classes that are pretty beefy. Like my mini journals class is pretty big. I think that was my biggest one that I've done. This blows that out of the water as far as videos go. I mean, the fact that I have 20 videos filmed, we're talking, that's nearly 2 years worth of Patreon videos, of like Sketchbook Club Patreon videos. Like, that's crazy when you put that into perspective, just how much content I've been filming. So, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to put it out into the world. Obviously, it's not done yet, but I'm getting very close. And the fact that I'm actually editing and I have people screening videos for me, like, we are getting close. You'll definitely be seeing more of kind of the behind the scenes of that, of me continuing to work on this class and hopefully get it done and out into the world end of June, maybe early July. Maybe early July if I can try to make this happen. But ooh, there's some fun things in here. Ooh, there's some good stuff. I'm even so ahead of the game that there's illustrations and fun things in here that I love so much that I've actually already turned things into merch. I already have stickers. I already have things sitting over there on that table that's from out of this sketchbook. Woohoo! So yeah, I've just been busting my butt off and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So that is what I have been working on. New online class coming soon. I'm really, really excited. And even just like, as I'm starting to edit it, you know, I edit a trailer as I edit all the other videos, and even just pulling those little snippets of clips out into like a, you know, a really rough cut of a trailer, it's really exciting to kind of see it come to life. Yeah, it's just crazy. So that said, looking at what I have left in this sketchbook, I estimate I have about 8 videos left. That's not including like a flip through tour. And then of course my forward facing like welcome to class videos. That's always the last thing that I film. But I would estimate I have about 8 to 10 videos left or so, I would say, to finish this sketchbook. So that's kind of the one thing that I need to work on. The second thing is editing. And that's why I've been trying to get all my other like YouTube Patreon videos done so that I can just concentrate on editing the online class and just slowly like run my computer into the ground, because that's what's going to happen. The hard part is going to be juggling all of my other video commitments on top of that. For example, my Patreon content, like I post a lot of videos on Patreon. I post videos up here, so that might kind of fall by the wayside a tad as I continue to try to get the rest of this done. The ideas are endless, I will tell you that. I have so many ideas for sketchbook prompts and pages in here that I could probably film 2 more of these, and I do have a list of fall spooky sketchbook prompt ideas. So like my crazy brain is, if I can pull this off, can I just roll right into filming like a Halloween fall spooky sketchbook one? I don't know. I don't know. That's a pretty big pie in the sky. But you know, your girl can dream here. So, but first things first, I gotta get sketchbook summer wrapped up. But that's what's been going on. That is the big thing that I've been working on, guys. That's the big news. That's the haps. So that's what I'm gonna switch gears to now, is I'm gonna film an audio intro for the next video that I need to start filming here, and then obviously continue editing the other videos that are already in the can, because I got a long way to go on that. Long way to go. And also, if you know, with my online classes, there's a PDF component that comes along with it. So I create and edit that PDF as I'm editing the videos. So that happens simultaneously. But yeah, lots to do. Let's get to it. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to show you much of what I'm working on in the online class, but that's what I'm working on. Just know that's the main thing I'm doing right now. This bug bite on my face is not cute. Oh my God. Okay. I have been filming nonstop, but I'm very close to being done with another video, which is great. I actually need to let some things dry. I would love to show you, but I cannot because it is on for the online class. It's about 3 o'clock now. What I need to actually do is prep for some dinner stuff. That's what I'm gonna do now because I just know with the timing of things, picking up the kiddo from school, taking him to get his hair cut, by the time I come back, I'm not really gonna wanna cook dinner. I just know the deal. So I wanna prepare it now or kind of cook it now so that all I'm doing is just reheating when I get home later. Also knowing that James is probably working late and won't be home until later this evening as well. He also needs dinner, so I still need to kind of prepare for that. So I am the chef in the house. I do all the cooking and I cook. 80% of our meals are here at home, including my lunch. My lunch for today, I made a salad. I do all the, I'm cooking most of the nights here. Whether it's, I cheat a little bit with a HelloFresh. I do HelloFreshes about two dinners a week, which is great. It's just one less meal planning thing that I have to do. And then I usually meal plan for the remaining dinners. And then we usually do takeout one night a week. We'll do something fun or takeout or whatever. That's what I'm gonna do now is prepare dinner stuff. I'm gonna be doing what I call the TikTok pasta, which was a thing. I think it actually blew up during the pandemic. It's just roasting cherry tomatoes. I add other veggies into it with a big chunk of feta cheese, and you just throw it all in a pan and you roast it, boil some pasta, chuck the pasta in, mix it all together, bam, dinner is done. It's a very easy kind of thing. And just knowing my time now, I can kind of get everything in the pan and in the oven and let it fully cook, and then mix it all together, cover it, and then I've got dinner ready for when I come back later. So that is what we're gonna go do, is do some dinner prep because it has to be done. That pasta is good. This pasta is good, you guys. A couple of quick notes. You'll see that I didn't use the entire square of feta. You can control how much is in there. I usually use like half. Like I'll take like a regular feta block and I'll break it in half and just use half. That to me is like plenty of enough in there. Like this already feels like a cheesy treat to me. I use this sometimes when I have like leftover vegetables from like something else. I'll throw it in here. I'll just roast whatever I got and chuck it in, and it's really good. Typically I would roast the tomatoes and the cheese longer. Like you actually want the tomatoes to where they're kind of exploding on their own in there. But I just don't have the time. I don't have the time for that today. So I have a little bit of a chunkier, my tomatoes are a little bit chunkier this time, but it's still just as good. It's still delicious. My kid will sometimes eat this, sometimes not. So what I usually do is I'll keep a little bit of pasta, this is is hot. I'll keep a little bit of pasta off to the side, which I'll put in its own little bowl so that when I get back, I can just throw some like jar sauce on that, some mozzarella, and call it a day. So I'll batch that up now. And then you'll notice too that whatever I roast my veggies in, I reuse the tin foil. I just flip it over and use that to cover dinner while I'm out and about running around. Also got dishes done, got things cleaned up. So kitchen and dinner and food is in a good spot. The thing I need to do now is walk the dog. So we're gonna get Mr. Dante walked. And then I'm off to go get the kid from school, take him to go get his haircut, and then I'm back here for all the nighttime chaos. So I will check in with you during nighttime chaos. One other real quick thing with the pasta, I'm realizing this afterwards and I'm gonna edit this clip in. When I go to serve it, I like lemon juice on it. So I'll put lemon juice on it and then basil. Like fresh basil is a must. I have my little plant over here. You've gotta put basil on top of this. That's like what makes this good. So lemon and basil when I go to serve it. Okay, that's it. By the way, I'm just realizing the last YouTube video that I put up, or actually I had finished editing it today, was the Book Nook vlog or the Reading Nook vlog or whatever. I talked about that bookshelf that I originally had in my studio and then I moved it out. It's over here in our living room. So it found a new happy home. And you can see it's just much better in this sort of space. Sorry, I have my Invisalign in if I'm like, you can see it's just better in this sort of space because it has the open edges on it. So I can put like plants hanging off of it and stuff. It just makes way more sense. So what I need to work on now is all of this barren white wall that I can't stand. I'm like, I cannot wait to get some color in this house and like hang things. Anyways, I've gotten severely sidetracked. It is much later now. It is 9 p.m. All of the evening things have been had. Got my kiddo to get his hair cut. He looks so cute. It's so funny how little kids, they get their hair cut. You know, he's 4, almost 5. And he gets his hair done and he looks like he's like 12. Like it's just it's so crazy. Got the haircut, came back, did dinner. I had to feed the dogs, feed the kiddo, and then did some playtime. And then James got home late and did bath time while I was doing some reading on the couch with Mr. Dante. Thought I'd give you a quick little book update before I wrap up this little vlog here. I did finish 2 books over the weekend, which was really fun. I finally read Happy Place. I had never read an Emily Henry book, and it was very good. It was very good. I can see why people really love her books and her writing style for sure. That was a 4 out of 5 stars for me. Another 4 out of 5 stars was, and I can't believe I'm saying this, was Ice Planet Barbarians. That was the other book that I finished over the weekend, and it was so fun. It was so much fun. I totally bought the second book also over the weekend. I made a little pit stop at Barnes. They were doing like the triple stamps weekend, so I picked up book 2. And I'm very excited to delve into that. But instead of just rolling right into alien smut, I am trying to mix things up a little bit. So I have a couple of different things in the rotation that I'm currently reading. Another book that I picked up this weekend was The Summer of Broken Rules. People really love this book. This is a YA, I think it's a romance. It is a romance. It's a YA romance. I've only just started it, so there's not much that I can comment on it, but I mean, I'm getting through it. So it's, I think I'm only like 65 or 70 pages in or something like that. Very easy read thus far, very entertaining. We'll see how this goes. I also love the cover. I love the colors and design of this is very cute. The other book that I've been actively reading for a while now, and a while, I mean like 2 weeks, I think, is What the River Knows. This is fun. Another, also YA. interesting. I have 2 YA books that I'm reading right now. YA fantasy romance, adventure romance. I am 65% in on this one. This really needs to be the one that I need to concentrate on to actually get it done or like finish it. But I keep getting distracted by other things. Thus far, it's been good. It's been good. I feel like I've stalled out a little bit halfway on this. It's entertaining, but I don't love it as much as I thought that I would. But again, I'm only 65% in, so we'll see as I continue sort of reading this. This is very much like, a lot of people say that they compare this to like The Mummy. It does give like The Mummy, Indiana Jones sort of vibe. You follow a young girl who has lost her parents, who her parents were very obsessed with Egypt and, you know, going into temples and tombs and archaeological digs and whatnot, and her parents are presumed dead. At least at this point in the book, they're dead. I don't know. That's out the gates. I'm not spoiling anything. So she goes to Egypt to find out what it is that happened to her parents. And she kind of goes on this bit of adventure. She meets another young fellow who works for her uncle and goes into tombs and whatnot as well. There is some magic in this world, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, it does feel like a fun, like summery adventure read. It's been enjoyable. I don't know if I love it as much as I thought I would the further in I go, but we'll see. We'll see once I finish it. Maybe there's something lurking for me past the halfway point. We shall see. The other book that I got this a couple weeks ago and it just keeps taunting me. This one was one that I saw a book at Barnes and it was recommended by a staff member. And I loved the way the cover looked. Upon doing further research, I found out that it was book 2 or 3 of a series, but this is the series and this is book 1, Gideon the Ninth. Really interesting feelings on this. It's a sci-fi fantasy, a dark sci-fi fantasy, probably. It's the Locked Tomb trilogy is what this series is called. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this is going over my head. A lot of it is going over my head. It might just be, it's really complex world building and it's a lot for me to sort of grasp. It may also just be that I've been reading too much smut and my brain is mush and can't comprehend things. I don't know. Although I think a lot of this is going over my head and the world building is quite complex and the names and titles of people is quite complex. You know it's bad when there's like a family tree, like chart of names in the beginning. There's a glossary of terms in the back. There's an explanation of things in the back. That's what I have tabbed on here is just like the explanation pages for things. You know you're in trouble when there's got that much additional information that sometimes I have to like stop reading and like go reference like, okay, what is this person? What is this role? What is this thing? But somehow amongst the chaos of this, the intense world building, the information that's going over my head, I'm still intrigued by this and I don't know what it is that's got my attention thus far. Obviously very, very early days on this one. I'm only 50 pages in, but even among my pile, I keep wanting to pick this up and I don't know why yet. I don't know why. Lots of spooky vibes in this. Lots of spooky vibes. Spooky, I don't know. It's very interesting. One of the taglines on this also caught my eye when I was reading about it online, and that's another reason why it got me. Gideon has a sword, some dirty magazines, and no more time for undead nonsense. Very interesting. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I posted a picture of this on my Instagram and I had a couple people message me that were like, oh my God, I love this book. And that book 2 is like very intense and graphic. Like I do think this is gonna be a very violent, graphic book. I think based on the little tidbits that I've gotten in the beginning here, we'll see. This is a pretty chunky little paperback here. But we'll see. I do love the covers. The covers are really cool. And again, I think it's the second book. Yes, Harrow the Ninth was what was recommended. And you can see a little picture over there. Harrow the Ninth was what was recommended by a Barnes employee. And that's what got me sucked into this. So we'll see. We'll give it a go and see how it goes. But that is the 3 books that are on rotation at the moment. I do have What the River Knows on my Kindle. So when I go to bed at night, I also have been like slowly chipping away at this on my Kindle. So I've been reading both the physical book and the Kindle for that. And this was a book of the month pick for me from a couple of months ago. So yeah, I've got a fun little stack of books here that I'm sort of bouncing around between. Yes, I do read multiple books at one time because I like jumping around. I call it the book buffet. I gotta sample different things, different genres, bounce around, you know? But anywho, that about wraps up this vlog. Thank you for spending the day with me. Sorry I can't show you much of what I'm working on. Again, online class coming soon. You also just might need to bear with me when it comes to videos because I have so many videos that I'm doing with the online class that like I might be lagging in my other normal sort of content areas until the class is done. Just be patient with me here while I'm editing and cranking out videos like a crazy lady. Otherwise, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What's the comment we're gonna leave down below? How about a tomato? Wait, is that bad? Does that mean like you're throwing tomatoes at me? Maybe. I was gonna say a little tomato for that pasta that I made tonight that turned out really good. It was like an exceptional batch. I don't know what it was. So maybe like the recipe ingredients maybe, so then it doesn't look like you're just hurling tomatoes at me in the comments. A tomato, a little leaf, and a little bit of cheese for the TikTok pasta. That's what I call it, the TikTok pasta, although I think it originated on Instagram. But anyways, leave those emojis down below if you made it this far. And consider subscribing if you're new here. I put out a new video every week, usually when I'm not producing an online class. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.